Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into a comprehensive overview of real estate finance and legal frameworks. We'll explore everything from the key contracts and laws to the regulatory bodies involved, as well as the best practices you need to ensure secure and successful property transactions. I'm excited to guide you through this important topic that is essential for anyone involved in real estate. Let's get started. Real estate finance plays a crucial role in the legal framework surrounding property transactions. Essentially, it covers the financial arrangements and contracts that make buying, selling, leasing, and developing real estate possible. For everyone involved, whether buyers, sellers, lenders, or investors, understanding these laws and contracts is vital. It ensures that transactions are legally sound, minimizes risks, and protect the interests of all parties. Additionally, having this knowledge allows stakeholders to effectively navigate the often complex financing structures. Ultimately, real estate finance not only facilitates the transaction, but also clearly defines the rights and responsibilities of everyone involved. When we talk about real estate contracts, there are three main types to understand. First, we have purchase agreements. These are the contracts that lay out the terms for selling a property. They specify important details like the sale price, the closing date, and any contingencies that might affect the sale, such as inspections or financing approvals. Next, lease agreements come into play when a property is rented out. These contracts clearly define the rental period, the amount of rent, and who is responsible for maintenance and repairs, ensuring both landlords and tenants know their obligations. Lastly, mortgage agreements are crucial when financing a property purchase. They set the terms for the loan, including the interest rate, how and when repayments are to be made, and the lender's security interest in the property. Understanding these contracts helps ensure that all parties involved in real estate transactions are protected and informed. When we talk about laws governing real estate finance, there are three key areas to understand. First, lending laws. These rules set the standards for mortgage lending, covering everything from interest rates to underwriting practices. They help ensure loans are given fairly and responsibly. Next, disclosure mandates are crucial. They require lenders to fully disclose all loan terms and property conditions. This transparency is essential to protect borrowers from fraud or misrepresentation. Finally, anti-discrimination statutes play a vital role by guaranteeing equal access to financing. These laws prevent discrimination based on race, gender, or other protected characteristics, promoting fairness in the lending process. Together, these laws create a framework that supports ethical and equitable real estate financing. When we talk about key contract components, there are four main areas to focus on. First, conditions. These are specific requirements that need to be met for the transaction to move forward, such as completing inspections or securing financing approval. Next, we have contingencies. These provisions give either party the option to withdraw from or renegotiate the agreement if certain situations arise. Then there are defaults. This section clearly defines what happens if one party fails to meet their contractual obligations, ensuring everyone understands the consequences. Finally, foreclosure provisions outline the lender's rights to take back the property if the borrower defaults. Understanding these components helps protect all parties involved in the transaction. When it comes to real estate, there are several key regulatory bodies that play important roles in protecting consumers and maintaining fair practices. First, we have the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, or CFPB. This agency is responsible for regulating mortgage lending practices to ensure that consumers are treated fairly and understand the terms of their loans. Then there's the Department of Housing and Urban Development, or HUD. HUD enforces fair housing laws to prevent discrimination and oversees federally funded housing programs, making sure they operate fairly and efficiently. Finally, local authorities come into play with zoning laws, licensing, and other regulations that directly impact real estate transactions within municipalities. These local rules can affect everything from property use to building permits, making them a crucial part of the regulatory landscape. Understanding the roles of these bodies helps us navigate the real estate market with more confidence and awareness. Legal disputes are quite common in real estate finance and can take several forms. One of the key issues is breaches of contract, which happen when one party doesn't live up to the agreed terms, leading to potential claims or even the termination of the contract. Another major concern is fraud, where one party might misrepresent or hide important facts to influence the outcome of the transaction unfairly. Foreclosure conflicts also frequently arise, involving disagreement about the process or legitimacy of reclaiming property after a borrower defaults on their loan. To resolve these issues, parties typically turn to negotiation or mediation, but sometimes it becomes necessary to go through litigation to enforce contracts and protect legal rights. Understanding these common legal challenges helps us navigate the complexities of real estate finance more effectively. In the first case, we have a purchase agreement that was contingent on financing approval. When the borrower couldn't secure a loan, the contract was terminated without any penalties. This highlights the importance of clearly defining contingency conditions to protect both parties. Next, there's a lease agreement dispute that was successfully resolved through mediation. The issue arose because the maintenance responsibilities were not clearly stated. This example shows how effective communication and third-party mediation can help resolve conflicts without escalating to litigation. Then, we see a mortgage foreclosure initiated after a borrower defaulted. This situation underscores a need for well-defined foreclosure provisions and strict adherence to notification requirements to ensure the process is legally sound. Overall, these case studies emphasize how a solid understanding of legal frameworks not only supports effective contract management, but also helps prevent disputes from arising in the first place. To wrap up, it's crucial to have a deep understanding of the relevant laws and contract terms to successfully secure and enforce real estate finance transactions. Careful drafting plays a key role in creating clear and enforceable agreements that protect everyone involved. To minimize risks, it's important to regularly review agreements and consult with legal experts, especially as regulations evolve. Practicing thorough due diligence and including explicit contingency clauses helps anticipate and address potential issues up front. Finally, maintaining transparency and fairness by adhering to disclosure and anti-discrimination requirements builds trust and integrity in real estate finance. These best practices are the foundation for sound and secure transactions.